Hi, this is Captain Drew Cavanaugh of Florida Inshore Fishing Charters and Mosquito Lagoon Sight Fishing Charters, located here in East Central Florida on the Mosquito Lagoon and Indian River near Cocoa Beach, Daytona, New Smyrna Beach, and Sebastian Inlet area. And today is April 29th, 2015, and this is your inshore flats fishing report for East Central Florida. Well, the past few weeks, month and a half since I did the last report, pretty much everything's, remaining about the same. We're starting to get some really beautiful weather here. We've actually had some weather that is way above normal for this time of year in April and March. A lot of April. It's been, oh boy, close to 90 at times. Feels like summertime. It seems like we went right from winter into summer. We skipped spring, which is fine with me. It's funny because when it's the summertime, I'm waiting for some cooler weather to get here. Then the first time it gets cool or cold, it's like, get it out of here. Where's the summertime weather at? Because the summertime brings on some phenomenal fishing, and it brings on the snook, brings on the tarpon, and it's just, I personally, it's one of my favorite times of year. I'm asked a lot, when is the best time of year to go fishing? Well, that's the nice thing about living on a peninsula surrounded by saltwater, is it never ever stops. It's good year round. It's basically, when do you like to go? Some people like the winter, some people like the summer, some people like the fall, spring, so on. I personally like the springtime, March, April through August. I'm not a big fan of September and October, just because you just never know what the weather's going to do, the clouds, the wind, and all that kind of stuff. But I digress here, and let's talk about the past few weeks of fishing, what's going to happen over the next few weeks probably. The past few weeks we have been getting on some great numbers of some black drum. First light, we're getting out there, and if you're in the right area at the right time, you're able to find some nice redfish tailing, some top water action with the DOA shallow running bait buster for some nice trout. If you're throwing at some tailing redfish, I'm pretty much just sticking with the DOA shrimp here, and this DOA shrimp is also my go-to bait for sight fishing the black drum. However, when the black drum aren't going after this or it's not working, try switching to a live shrimp. You can either use a small bullet weight, a 2-aught, 3-aught circle hook, and just got to be careful with them. The black drum here, especially on the Mosquito Lagoon, are very spooky. They're being pursued a lot. So they're the flock of bird theory, I call it. You spook one, the 10,000 of them are going to run. At times when I see that many drum, then I start seeing people coming in. It's basically best to leave, because you'll just chase the black drum all day. But if you get there early enough and just take your time, watch out for other anglers, give each other space. You can work together with other anglers. It's just some of them, not that they don't know what they're doing. They're new. They want to catch fish too, and I understand that. Sometimes you just got to work with people and just, be friendly, be courteous. But there's other times where you get out there and you're there, and some people, they just don't they just don't care about you or your tactics or anything, which I guess that happens everywhere in life. But when throwing to the black drum or any of the fish, the shrimp, like I said, is a good go-to bait. You can add a little bullet weight on it, or you can just throw it like this. Always cast past the fish, bring it into them, let it drop, and just become a shrimp. We've been getting some nice drum, some great redfish, and a few trout. Not a lot of trout. Something's weird about the trout this year. Hopefully they'll start turning on, or I don't know what'll happen, but the drop-offs, the ledges work for the trout. I've been doing some tarpon fishing in the backcountry waters here in eastern Florida, and typically what we're doing is when we're seeing them roll, we're either throwing the shrimp at them. If it's in shallower water, let it drop down to them, twitch it a little bit, you'll know when you get the strike. Or we're throwing the DOA terrorize at them. This is a bigger one. Well, not much bigger, but not the small terrorize. The next size down, just let this sucker go out there, let it drop down, twitch it. This is good for the 8, 9, 10, 12 foot of water that you're seeing the tarpon in, and it's a great go-to bait. For those of you wanting fly, the black drum, probably a black crab pattern, a shrimp pattern, not alive, but like a worm pattern will work for the drum. You can never go wrong with a shrimp pattern fly. I think in Florida for pretty much almost everything will eat a shrimp. 7, 8, maybe a 9 weight, depending on the fish. The tarpon, the same thing, 8, 9 weight. You just have to step your leader up. The same thing with the spinning rod when throwing to the tarpon. Even the smaller ones, you know, I recommend probably a minimum of 25-pound leader up to 40-pound leader. The bigger tarpon you start using really big, I'm talking 50, 60, 70 pounders, well, then you'll have to step it up to 70, 80, maybe even 100-pound leaders. So, but over the next few weeks, we should see a good improvement with weather. We should have a great few months here. The next few months, May. Well, we're at the end of April, so going into May, June, and July, this is just to me epic. I love this time of year. I just love it. We're getting into summer patterns. Next thing along the beaches, we're going to start getting some nice tarpon out there. Triple tail cobia. Actually, the cobia are already moving in. Starting to see some good tarpon rolling along the beaches, and just everything looks good right now. So if you're interested in doing a charter, give me a call, or you can shoot me an email. My information's on the page here below, or go to my website, you can find that. And again, it's Captain Drew Cavanaugh, and I want everybody to have a great day. Thank you.